Tom's, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the SEC, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. The Yellow Jackets will kick it away to start us off. He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So Georgia's offense will have the first possession of the game. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those...
It's a running room. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. You go with the first snap of the game, and you make a big play like that, your confidence just soars.
And I don't know if the defense was sleepwalking here, Reese, but it's almost as if they didn't know the game had actually started. They were just kind of lethargic in the back end. I don't think they were anticipating this offense taking a shot on the first play.
The give to the tailback. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
There he goes. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. The Bulldogs come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Red pass, it's complete. And he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Dogs! You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game and get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Georgia Tech's offense will go to work for the first time today. Hopefully we'll see a performance today like the one that this guy had last week, when basically he just ran wild through the defense.
He made that defense look silly. Out in the open field, he was making people miss, breaking tackles, scoring touchdown after touchdown. And this offense has vowed to find new ways to get him the football. So we're going to see something else that we haven't seen before because of this guy's unique talent in this one.
Yeah, and the defense, all eyes on him. That will be the main focus. More guys in the box. I wonder if it opens up the play-action game and the perimeter throws and maybe some big plays through the air, because they know he is the man, he is the guy, he is priority #1.
Catch in the middle, it's Wood.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Yellow Jackets will punt this one away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. All the way back to the 15. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Wants to go up top on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Dogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Off play action. Extending the play. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
That's really nice fundamentals by a right-handed quarterback, going to his left, getting the shoulder turned and the hips around, helping him make a very accurate throw.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense, because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36. The Yellow Jackets will hustle to the line.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to run for it. And he needed just a single yard, and he did not get it. What a stout play by this defense. And the Yellow Jackets line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Back to the ground game on the left. Gets a bit of a surge, and he's knocked down after picking up 3 to the 26. The Rambling Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC, though that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
They bring him down, but that's why you give them that wildcat look to create an opportunity for big plays. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Dogs with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Steps away. Using the quick game. Into enemy territory and out of bounds at the 41 after the good game there. And the Bulldogs are rolling down the field. They've done a really good job identifying mismatches, and they find one out of the backfield there.
Reese, I really don't think it's that hard. My guy is better than yours. Find the matchup across the field. Running back's got some speed. Get it in his hands quickly. Throw it to him fast. Let him make somebody miss against a slower guy that's usually a linebacker.
Trying play action. On the run, still looking. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and plays breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Getting closer and closer to midfield, out of bounds. They'll mark it at the 47. Here's the handoff. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. The Yellow Jackets moving quickly to the line. To the ground to try to move the chains. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down, and listen, you got to reload. Oh, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
Just enough room to gain a couple down to the 34.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Here we go. Wants to go up top. Fires to the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, I love the coverage on defense. In the red zone, everyone's got their eyes on the quarterback, and they're flying to the football, and you saw that there on the incompletion.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And it looks as if they're going to try a field goal. And this one ought to be nice and easy, a 22-yard attempt. Dead center perfect. That'll bring him to within 4. After putting up a 3-spot, the kickoff unit set to go.
And you want a touchdown, and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
To the air on 1st down. Chunked it away just as he was hit. Just gets rid of the football. Nobody to throw it to. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on 2nd down. Fires to the wideout. He's open on the right. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered. An explosive play to the 40. The Dogs have had a long history of scrappy and efficient quarterbacks. Add a little star power to it, and you've got something working.
You definitely get a little extra.
Looking for the end zone. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Keeping it on the ground with the running back.
Man, it's nice when you can depend on your big boys up front to make a lane, and you get 5 or 6 yards. You get 5 or 6 yards a pop. You move the ball down the field easily, and more importantly, can get this defense to be more aggressive, to bring DBs close to the line of scrimmage, and then that might open up some big plays.
Speeding down the left side, and he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Bulldogs! There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he closed the deal by racing 35 yards to pay dirt. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Creates a little room.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Second down, he'll throw it. Grabbed over the middle. It's Suggs. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Lost yardage leaves them looking at 2nd and 14. They'll run it from the gun. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
And the pass is incomplete here on 3rd down, but there is a flag. Let's check it out.
Illegal forward pass.
Remember, if your entire body is past the line of scrimmage when you throw the football, that's a penalty. He was, and the penalty will be accepted. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
How nice is it as a head coach to have a kicker like this? It makes these decisions on 4th down so much easier. Just strut him out there and let him stroke it through the uprights.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Quarterback empties his backfield. Complete to start this drive. Real power running by this guy as he bangs his way to the 24. What a weapon these wide receiver screens can be. Not only do you get a convoy blocking, you get dynamic running.
When you do this and you show me the threat of throwing this wide receiver screen, it makes me play defense differently. It makes me have more guys out wide, which opens the box inside. So I think it's really smart for coordinators and offenses to continually throw these screens to playmakers.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there, because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Here's the pressure. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Grabs it at the 25 in stride. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage, and he's got it just outside the 10 of the 11.
And that had to be a coverage bust on defense. There is no rhyme or reason why a receiver should be that wide open, that deep down the field. Defense, they better check themselves.
Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Making side adjustments here. Wants to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. They're working that left side. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. Maybe a momentary scare for that offense when they saw the flag. It's on, the defense declined, and the touchdown stands. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point puts them on top 21-6. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. The Rambling Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Running out of time here in the first half, and they do have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And so you got to locate your best players and get them the football on this drive. You're down in the game. There's obviously a lot of football left, David, but on this drive, in this 2-minute situation, the best players got to touch the ball.
And this could get into pressing mode, right? Like you go into the half down a couple of scores, it starts to, the pressure really mounts. Good opportunity to take some of that pressure off, get some momentum, energize this squad going into halftime.
Makes the grab over the middle. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. And the Yellow Jackets will punt it away on 4th down. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but also momentum is hard to create and sometimes hard to stop. You have it, so Jesse, don't...
Wide open on the right. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
It's just so hard to stop. There is no rhyme. There is no reason. He just scrambles around, makes people miss, and the next thing you know, you look up and he's 20, 30 yards down the field, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Might be changing the route. Early movement on the offense will push them back a bit.
False start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Now improvising. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
He is so dangerous. He can get outside the pocket, and right here you can tell he gets outside the pocket. Now I got to make some decisions, man. Do I want to go chase this guy? Do I play coverage? And that's why these mobile quarterbacks can really put you in a predicament. The defense won this battle, but that guy is so hard to corral.
Looking downfield very late in the half. Can't make the connection. Incomplete pass, and 1 second remains.
And quarterback's accuracy goes way down when you start to get him on the move. And you want to make it go way down even further? Pop that sucker. Nice job making him move, scramble out to his left, and then a good clean stick on him. That's 2 things he has to think about on 1 play.
And he missed it. No good. And after the missed field goal, guys, the lead's still at 15. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments.
Georgia will kick it deep to start the second half. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Down 2 possessions to start this third quarter. They'd love to build some early momentum.
You ain't lying, because you only got so many possessions here in the second half, so now you're down. I got to maximize every single one. Put your best plays together. Start this drive off on a good note.
Yeah, it starts right here. Obviously, you can't get it all back on this drive, but you can create that momentum. You can create something special and some energy, but it's going to start with this offense here executing at a high level.
They'll run play action. Makes the pass. Complete in the middle. They got him free for a big gainer to the 43. The Yellow Jackets in the hurry-up.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play. Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on second down. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking left. A strike downfield. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9. The Yellow Jackets are on the move. Motion from the wide receiver. How about this on 1st and goal to give to the wide receiver? He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now it's 2nd and goal. Back to pass. Trying to barrel in. And to the end zone. Touchdown, Yellow Jackets! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Direct snap. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Off the play fake. It's picked off. 13th time he's done that this year. Touchdown, Georgia Tech. The defense does the work itself with a pick 6.
And they come come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They still have the lead, but they need to respond to that last score. Running back searching for a hole. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Might be calling a hot route. They try to get it outside on the left. He finds enough room to get it up to the 28-yard line before going out of bounds.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
He gets it past the sticks, and Georgia has a first down. Clock ticks across the 4-minute mark here in the third. From the gun, the running back has it. Breaks into the open. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you can tell he takes advantage of it.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well. It was just a good play call and really nice execution.
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. The Bulldogs want to move quickly.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch him sleeping.
Knocked off his feet.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Off the bootleg and rolling out. He'll get rid of it. Connection to the right. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
Touchdown, Georgia! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. No chance to return that one. A booming kickoff out of the back of the end zone. It's a touchback. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Look, you can't take away everything, right? So you give them that and rally and make a solid tackle.
Yeah, and a lot of times in zone coverage, I like when I can get all the eyes on the quarterback. I like when I can see the routes and see him develop in the middle. And you can tell they had keys on the tight end. He wasn't going anywhere after he caught that football.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Suggs. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They stop him at the 22, 15-yard pickup on the play, and a first down just outside the red zone. Looking to throw on first down. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. And the Yellow Jackets racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it from the gun. They keep feeding him in this running game, and the defense is having none of it. It's been that way all day. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wood. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
That penalty's the last thing this defense needed. Now it's 2nd and 4. They'll try the run. It continues to be a long day as they are just swarming every time he gets the ball. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. And the Heat gets there, and they get it down at the 14-yard line.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
Splits the uprights right down the middle. This is now a 7-point game.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
After that last field goal drive, they're set to kick it away. And he's not going to take the touchback. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Now the play fake. Now rolling to the left. Fires to the big fella. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. The hand to the running back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? You
can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down to the 40.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Makes the grab. And he's brought down, but a flag is also down.
Hold.
Well, when your quarterback has already been sacked 4 times, shouldn't be some big surprise if the O-line gets called for holding. Certain moments in the game you know are just a little bit bigger. Here's one of them. Big play coming on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
Georgia sends out the punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. He is a menace rushing the passer, career sack number 20.
I mean, some people just have a knack for getting to the quarterback. What a great job throughout his career. Getting there, getting him down, getting pressures. He has been a quarterback's worst nightmare.
I was just going to say, David, you don't sleep well as a quarterback the night before you have to play against this guy because he is going to sack you. That is a guarantee. Death, taxes, and sacks for that guy.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down. The Yellow Jackets will line up to punt it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your play.
Turning it on! He's got the 1st down, and they did a brilliant job getting them outflanked with the Wildcat. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Back has it. Running to Green. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in a situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
They want that clock to run. Can't get him to the ground. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
Big 3rd down for this defense. Listen, you've got to get the ball back. You know what they're doing. They're trying to run the football, but we need the clock to be on our side so our offense has some time. Got to make a stand right here on 3rd down.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on fourth down. Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. We'll head to the 2-minute timeout. Tight ball game here, and this offense will try to milk the clock. Georgia ready to dial it up on another first down. They're trying to slow that rush down with the draw. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. The Dogs kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. Wants to go up top on first down. Gets rid of it. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
And that's where quarterbacks, they got to be very assertive. They got to believe what they see and really pull the trigger. But the longer they wait and they get off rhythm or off timing, a lot of times it ends up in incomplete passes.
It's complete to the right. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab. That one's sort of like a shooter in basketball, just needing to see one go through the net, isn't it, David? Just get a completion to your guy and pick up some yardage.
Build some confidence, because your confidence throwing the ball over the middle of the field and in tight windows, probably not at an all-time high, but check it down, make something positive happen. The running back does his job, so maybe this sparks a little something in the quarterback's head where he can feel a little bit more confident and bounce back from these early mistakes.
So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And now the lead is extended a little further. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Going right to work up top. Just a short pass to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover. Pick up the first. Going to swing it on second down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited. Ball sitting right at the 30. It'll be third and short. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense.
What a costly mistake by this defense, and that really ought to do it, and the offense should be able to run out the clock. Looking downfield on first down. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the quarterback off target on that one. And in this 2-minute situation, you've got to be able to call and run passing plays that you feel like you can run in your sleep.
To the air on second down. Under fire. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Well, he did what he was coached to do, and he threw it away, but you can see he's frustrated with himself. He knows he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in the country, and I think he's wishing he had that play back, because he might...
Going for it all. And the pass is incomplete, looking for a little salve for the wound, but the ball game is over. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black